9mm in a 4-inch barrel versus the 38 Special Plus P in a snub nose barrel. Now I know these are not comparable. However, this is a video request I've had a few times where people really want to see what the snub nose revolver will do with 38 Special versus 9mm. And this is kind of a legitimate question because a 4-inch 9mm nowadays is kind of turning into more of a duty-sized weapon than it used to be. And these same police officers that can carry a 4-inch 9mm are also qualified to carry 38 Special snub nose revolvers as backups, particularly guns just like this. This is a 342 PD, and that's really what it was designed to be. It was a backup. Now this ammunition is not the best ammunition in the world. However, when it comes to 38 Special Plus P, it is my choice because it has a little bit of everything and it shoots really well for me with a good amount of power. 9mm, it's a little bit on the weak side. However, if we were talking about a little bit shorter barrel for the 9mm, this would be pretty fair because of the energy numbers that it does have. So what we're talking about here is a 110 grain plus P, and this is traveling at an average of 988 feet per second or 238 foot-pounds. This 9mm has an average of 1,158 feet per second or 343 foot-pounds. So we have a difference of velocity of 170 feet per second. And by the way, that is a 115 grain 9mm versus a 110 grain plus P38. So a difference of 170 feet per second, which equals 105 foot-pounds more energy for the 9mm and a 4-inch barrel versus the 38 plus P and a snub nose. But will that really translate to being different on water jugs and wood? So we're going to hit the water jugs and wood. I have 4 layers of denim on front of all of these jugs as always, and then we'll go for some practical accuracy at 5 yards and see how they compare in a real world situation. And what that would mean would be 3 shots fired is your average when it comes to your citizen involved shooting. So which one will be more accurate at 5 yards? Will the snub nose even be capable of landing those 3 accurate shots at that distance in relatively quick time? So let's get started with the ballistics test. All right, here's the 9mm critical defense. We'll go through these 4 layers of denim into water jugs and see how they do. All right. Got a nice centered hit right through the denim. Jug 1, jug 2. Transferred a lot of energy into these 2 jugs. That's good. Got a hole through the denim. Jug 3. And it looks as if we got the bullet in jug 3 and it dented jug 4 just a little bit. So here's the 9mm. Looks pretty good. Expanded well, got into the 3rd jug. Now let's see how the 38 Special compares, because if the 38 Special also gets in the 3rd jug and has pretty similar expansion, that may be something to think about. And here's the 38 Special critical defense. Go into the water jugs through the 4 layers of denim and see how that does. Alright. Right, before I get that bullet, or check for the bullet, I just want to show the first jugs here and give a little bit of a comparison to them. Here's the 38 Special, and here's the 9mm, and they do look pretty similar. Here's the jug 2 with 9mm, and here's jug 2 with 38 Special. Got a little bit more damage on the 2nd jug with the 9mm. Here's jug 3. It looks like we went clean through 3. And here's jug 4, and we have the bullet in jug 4. So we got a little bit more penetration through that with the 38 Special. And we got good expansion. A little bit different than the 9mm. Here's the 38, here's the 9mm. 9mm is a little bit larger. 38 Special is a little bit smaller of expansion. So this particular test, I've got better expansion in the past on the 38, but today we didn't get quite as much. So that's why we got a little bit more penetration, but I would say overall it's fairly similar. So let's hit the wood and see how that compares. Alright, we're going to hit the 9mm on the bottom and then the 38 on the top. So there's the 9mm through wood. We split it open. Alright, let me get that together. Alright, a little bit higher with the 38, but we'll see what it does. Pretty similar. And we got a 9mm 38 through the first board, 9mm 38, and we got a pass through with a 9mm, and it's just embedded in the beginning of the third board with the 9mm. The 38 special hit here, and it did not pass through. Can't tell how far it is in there, but more than likely, judging from this bulge inside, it's 2/3 of the way through. So you got a little bit more with the 9mm for penetration to hard barriers, and that's maybe a good thing. It might be a bad thing. So let's see how it does with practical accuracy from 5 yards, just using defensive shooting real quick. I'm going to use target ammo for this, but my 38 target ammo is pretty warm, and it recoils pretty similar to my critical defense. Then we'll just use Winchester white box for the 9mm. Alright, we'll just pull it up. Try to get 3 quick center mass hits, just a really quick front sight picture, and see if I can land 3 shots on target from 5 yards. So here we go. Pretty reasonably accurate. That would get the job done for sure. Let's see how the 38 Special compares. Alright, 38 Special Snubby. Now this gun's hard to shoot no matter who you are, even if you practice with it a lot like I do. So we'll see what I can do just getting a quick front sight picture. We're tight together, but this gun shoots a little odd for me, so I had to tilt it, and we got them a little bit high, but still within a reasonable area. So let's go through some slow headshots and see how those do. A little bit slower anyways. Alright, we're from 5 yards. I'm just going to pull up the gun, and as soon as I think I can hit the headshot on that target, I will fire off a shot. So here we go. Very easy to do with that. Be a little bit more challenging with this snub nose revolver, but we'll see what I can do. Shot high. High again. So the point of aim on this is a little bit different. Let me try it again. This revolver shoots notoriously low for me, so I keep compensating. I need to get back on the mental track of keeping the sights lined up. So I'll keep them lined up the way they should be. So here we go. So it's doable with this gun, but you got to know your ammo a little bit more, because these type of guns shift the ammo a little bit differently. As where something like a 9mm, it's pretty easy to always shoot pretty straight. So in conclusion, what do I think? Definitely the 9mm is easy to shoot, but the 38's easier to carry. Ballistically speaking, you know, the 9mm is more powerful in this setup. However, would that make a huge difference in a real world scenario where 3 shots are fired? I think in that type of situation, 3 shots center mass, I don't think that either one of these are going to make a difference. However, the 9mm definitely in a multiple attacker situation or some sort of long drawn out gunfight is going to be a little bit better of a weapon than the snub nose revolver. However, this thing is so concealable that you're going to have it everywhere, anywhere, no matter what you're wearing. And you might find yourself in a situation where it's hard to conceal something like this. But this, you have on you unsuspecting. So if you do your part, I think you can do a good job with the snub nose revolver and make it a really good usable weapon. Its ballistics are not that bad. It's better than a 380, a little bit less than a 9mm. So that just sums it up, the difference between more of a full-size 9mm and a 38 Special snub nose revolver. So that's what you get. So as always, comment, share, and like, and thanks for watching.